Last week, I had over 40 of my clients fly out to Scottsdale, Arizona for an in-person event to watch me give away 6 trophies of my clients hitting at least $30,000 a month. And in this video, I'm gonna share with you the 6 similarities between all these clients that I worked with that hit over $30,000 a month and got a trophy for their online coaching business. If this is your first time here, my name is Nick. I run an online consulting company helping sports coaches train more athletes online so that way they can live a life of more freedom, have bigger impact, make more money, everything like that. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Got an absolute banger for you guys. Like I said, just this past weekend, I had like over 40 of my clients fly out here to Scottsdale. We put on a super cool event. We rented out a conference room in a hotel and it was amazing, right? And one of the things that I wanted to do at the event was I wanted to reward my clients for not only number one, having a ton of financial success, and then number two, being great clients and really investing into the community. So without further ado, let's dive right in. The first thing, and I got my list of stuff right here. The first thing is that they've all been posting for at least 12 months. Now, all of these clients are making anywhere from $30,000 to over $100,000 a month, right? We give out 2 $30,000 a month trophies, 2 $50,000 a month trophies, and 1 $100,000 a month trophy, right? And all of them have been posting content online for at least 12 months. And so what does that tell me? That tells me that if you're not committed to posting for at least a year, for at least 12 months, then you're probably never going to see a $30,000 a month, which is fine. Maybe you're not super ambitious. Maybe you don't really value that much. That's totally cool. But if you want to make $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month, understand that it's not going to happen overnight. So if you're watching this right now and you've been posting content for a month, 3 months, 6 months, and you're barely scratching $5,000 a month, or maybe you haven't even made any money online yet, understand that this is a long-term process and that this is a journey, right? The clients, every single one of the clients that I gave an award out to has been posting for over 12 months, most of them for over 2 years, some of them for even longer than that, right? So understand that this is not a get-rich-quick thing. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some time to build your brand. And with that, number two, they all have at least 10,000 followers on Instagram. Now, I do believe that I have had clients make over $30,000, $50,000 a month with less than 10,000 followers. I actually have one client who I didn't give an award to, who I'm going to give an award to at the next one, did $50,000 in February, and he's got less than 10,000 followers, right? I think he's got like 8,000 or 9,000. But the reason why is because he had to restart his Instagram page. So if he had the same Instagram page the entire time, he may have 20,000, 30,000 followers, okay? Point being, it takes time to build your brand up, right? They've been posting for an extended period of time, okay? And so you need to understand that, number one, if you have 500 followers on Instagram, like you could probably make a couple grand here and there, but if you want to consistently make $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month, you're going to need a pretty sizable audience of people who know you, like you, and trust you, right? The third thing is that they're all charging at least $2,500. And mathematically, this makes sense, right? Because let's say you're charging less than $2,500. Let's say you're charging $1,500. You're going to need to make 20 new sales, assuming you don't have any re-signs or anything like that. You're going to need to make 20 new sales per month. And if you've never done online coaching before, or let's say you're having a lot of success in person, you're like, oh yeah, I could totally kill it online. If you've never done online coaching before, 20 new sales excuse me, 20 new sales in a single month online is really, really good, right? My client who's making over $100,000 a month, that's how many new clients he signs up per month. He does over 20 new sales per month, right? And he's got a following of like over 200,000 just on Instagram. So point being, you need to have a pretty sizable audience. You need to be charging at least $2,500, and you need to be consistent with it over an extended period of time. Let's say you charge $3K and you don't have anybody re-sign, which is very, very unlikely. Let's say 50% of people re-sign into another $3,000 program. That means that's an extra $1,500 per client. So that means each client is worth $4,500, which means if your goal is to make $30,000 in a month, you're probably gonna need somewhere around like 7 new clients per month, which is still pretty good, right? You gotta have a consistent process. You gotta be pretty good at sales. You gotta be pretty good at marketing. You gotta have a lot of proof in order to charge a premium price like that and have that many people coming through the pipeline to consistently make $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month, okay? The next thing, and this I think is probably the most eye-opening to me, like obviously, yes, I know that people need to be posting a lot. I know that they need to charge premium prices. I know that they need to have a pretty sizable audience. That's why it takes time, right? But this was probably the one that was the most shocking to me when I reflected on it. And it's that they're all helping out a younger version of themselves. And I just got chills saying that out loud because I'm like, wow, these people are just having such a big impact. And the reason why I think that's so important is because they're able to have one message and have one outcome for one specific person who they understand better than anybody else in the world because it was them, right? I'll give you an example. I have a client who I gave a $30,000 a month trophy. His whole message is go big D1 or bust, right? Because he went to 4 different schools. His last school, he went to a Power 4 school, and that's like his entire message. Okay, I have another client who, when they were in high school and in college, went to every hitting coach in the country, failed and failed and failed and failed and failed, and tried a bunch of different stuff, and their message is, I failed so you don't have to. I have another client who was a D3 football player and then used the exact system that he teaches his athletes right now to land an offer to transfer his senior year to go to Boston College, right? I have another client who does posture therapy, who used posture therapy to fix their body after literally having a bajillion different surgeries and couldn't even throw a baseball without pain. And now he helps pitchers throw pain-free with posture, right? You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's not necessarily like super shocking when I think about it, but I didn't realize how important it actually was because they are the messenger, right? They are the exact type of person that you would expect to be helping people solve this one specific problem. A lot of people when they're starting out online, they're trying to help everybody. They're trying to do this, they're trying to do that. That your content is going to get watered down. Like nobody's going to listen to you because you're not an expert in one very specific thing. And the beauty of the internet, right? Because this is the problem with a lot of people who are trying to transition online or grow online, is they're so stuck thinking about the training market on a local scale. They're like, I don't want to cut off the people that I can work with because they're only thinking about the couple hundred potential customers that they could work with inside of their local area. When you go online, you open it up to hundreds of thousands, if not millions of potential customers that you could work with. And so because the market is so much bigger, there's also a lot more people you're competing with, which means you need to get a lot more specific about who you want to work with, right? Okay, cool. One of the last things, number 5? Yeah, number 5. They all have at least one team member. Most of them, like the ones that are at the higher levels, have like 2, maybe even 3, right? So the clients that are making $50,000 to $100,000 a month, $100,000 a month plus, they have like 2, 3, 4 team members, okay? And that's typically somebody who's like an appointment setter, so somebody who manages their Instagram inbox. They probably have an editor. Maybe they have a salesperson. Maybe they have an assistant coach. Maybe they have 2, right? And so you need to understand, like, you know, I do have one client that makes $50,000 a month, and he's doing it all himself, okay? And I think it's absolutely insane what that client's been able to do, right? It's pretty incredible. The point is, though, of all the trophies that I gave out, they all have at least one team member, even the clients who are making $30,000 a month. They have an appointment setter, maybe an assistant coach, right? So point being, if you want to scale past $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month, there's a possibility you can do it on your own. But from myself having done it and my clients having done it, it's very, very, very unlikely that you're going to scale past $30,000 a month consistently as a one-man show. And you're probably not going to do it at $50,000 a month consistently as a one-man show, right? You probably could do it at 30K a month. Highly unlikely. 50K a month consistently, you're going to be spread so thin, you're going to hate your life. And at the end of the day, like, the reason why you get into entrepreneurship, the reason why you want to do this online is to give you a lot more freedom, right? And especially at, you know, like, let's say you're doing $50,000 a month, your level of service is going to drop because you're spread so thin, right? So at that point, you're going to want to hire a coach or two, so that way your athletes can get the highest level service possible. They have somebody who the way they put food on the table is to help your athletes get results, okay? And the last one, and most important one to me, at least number 6, is that they went through our core program, Remote Training University. They went through it for 6 months. Maybe they stayed inside of that program for another, 3, 4, 5 months, but then they upgraded into our program Scale, right? And Scale Remote Training is, essentially a program designed to help people go from 10 to over $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month, where you actually, we teach you how to implement hiring team members. We teach you how to run paid advertising. We teach you how to actually become like a true business owner rather than just like a freelance coach making a little bit of money online, right? So if you want to check that out, you can check out the link in the description. That's obviously only for people who are already making $5,000 to $10,000 a month online. Remote Training University, our core program, is designed to help people go from $0 to $5,000, $10,000 a month online. And every single one of the people that presented didn't just come straight into Scale, right? They went through the foundations. And the reason why I think that's so noteworthy is because that program teaches very foundational skills. And then when they're at $5,000, $10,000 a month, they upgrade into Scale and they get around a bunch of other people. Like the average client in there right now is probably doing like 20K a month, which is pretty cool. So they get around a bunch of other people who are at a higher level. Like let's say you join in doing 5,000 or 10,000 a month, like you're a small fry, whereas in our core program, you're the big dog, right? So they get into a higher level program, they get around a bunch of other people who are further ahead doing the exact same thing that they're doing, and their beliefs of what's possible are just shattered, right? I had a client describe it to me as like they're playing a video game and the part of the map that was blacked out, you can now see, right? So obviously, like if you want my help directly, maybe you're already making $5,000 to $10,000 a month online, you want to join Scale, you want to be around a group of a bunch of other, online coaches who are making $5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 50, $100,000 a month, then you can check out the link in the description. Or if you're just starting out and you want a little bit of help, then, obviously Remote Training University, that's the program for you. We'll show you how to go from 0 to 5 to 10K a month. And then if you want to, and you want to get an award, then you can upgrade into Scale. But those are the 6 things that I saw as, traits of these clients that, are making $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month. So if you want to make $30,000 to $100,000 a month, obviously we'd love to help you. But either way, you probably need to have at least the first 5, right? And if you want to get there faster than number 6, you should probably work with us directly. Either way, happy Monday, y'all. Catch you guys in the next one.